Peace. Today's topic, we're going to talk about resentment. I was having a conversation with a young lady the other day, and she needed to vent, so I listened. And she was telling me about her boyfriend of a year. She's a black lady in her mid 40s. She's dating a white guy in his mid 40s. They've been dating for about a year. And she's really, well, she started off complaining that she was talking to her dad. She needed a car fix, and her dad said, "Hey, don't you got a boyfriend? Oh, you got a boyfriend, right? You ain't got no man. You got a boyfriend, huh?" So she was thinking about telling her boyfriend what her dad said. I was like, "No, I don't do that. Don't do that." So then she was talking about, well, he's celibate, so that's been bothering her. I was like, "What? Y'all ain't had sex?" And she said, "No." So I'm like, why is he celibate? Well, due to his Christian faith, he's celibate. I was like, okay, well, how long was he with his last girlfriend? It was like 9 years. I said, how long ago did they break up? 5 years ago. I'm like, he was with a lady for 9 years. Did they have sex? Okay, 9 years, that'd be in his late 30s. So, like, yeah, they have sex. I'm like, well, man, I mean, has he ever dated a black woman before? She was like, well, that's all he dated is black women. I ask a lot of questions. So apparently she haven't asked him these questions, and they've been together for a year. So I was like, have y'all ever kissed? She said, yeah, kissed, but never fondle and stuff like that. And then she was just going on and on about how they rarely see each other, and every time she go to his house, mind you, he's never been to her house, but every time she go to his house, he online gaming with his best friend Todd. With his best friend Todd, that damn Todd. And also he got cats. Now she said that he's an alpha dude, right? So she's an alpha, he's an alpha, she's an alpha woman, and they clash. I'm like, how? So I don't know any alphas that really break up with a woman because she cheated. Most alpha men cheat, so they just trying to, make sure she don't do it again. What alpha dude that, I don't know any alpha guys that have cats. I'm just saying. Most people that have cats are women, old women. So, I mean, women period. Most of them have cats. So she was just going on and on. She talking to me, the customers coming in. She talking to the customers about her problem and all that. So I just went in and told her. I was like, y'all really need to talk about this, because it may sound like he either bull S&U you, or he is probably leaning towards the alternative lifestyle, if you know what I mean. So she had thought about that maybe he's gay. But I was saying, or he just maybe just not that into you. I was like, I really just have a conversation with him and don't get any resentment. She said, oh, I already have resentment. And I was like, oh man, it's over with. Because once you have resentment is just how you feel. You feel bad, ill feelings, going over in your mind over and over and over and over again. Resent is to rescind. You rescind those negative emotions to yourself over and over and over again, and you're not expressing them verbally, telling the person, hey, this is how I feel when you do this, or this is how I feel when you do that, and y'all come to a mutual understanding about it. But if you, every time a person do something and you feel some type of way and you hold it in, that resentment, you sit in those emotional feelings to yourself over and over again and start to build up, then you're going to become disorderly, which is contempt. The kick in the head is that, okay, like you're in a court of law and they hold you in contempt, that's because you're not following the rules, or you're not following the rules of the court, or you being disorderly. But the kick in the head is when a person has resentment they're going to hold the other person that caused the resentment, the feelings to build up, they're going to hold them in contempt for their behavior. And they're going to leave the relationship without ever having to discuss the true reason or feelings or how they feel about what's going on in the relationship. Don't let resentment build up. Have the tough conversations with the other person. And you can come to a mutual understanding that, hey, well, this isn't working for me. Certain things just don't make sense. Now, if you choose to stay, hey, you deal with everything that comes with it. Ain't no use to fussing about it, complaining about it. But if you keep getting those feelings about it, you might as well just leave the relationship in the relationship, because you're going to have resentment build up, and then you're going to hold the other person in contempt. And the other person in contempt, they're not going to understand. They're going to be confused. They ain't going to understand why in the hell you acting the way you acting. We ain't talk about it. So that's all I have about resentment. If you have any comments about that lady's situation, what do y'all think? I think he's gay, or he's just not into her, or I just think that she's building up resentment, and eventually she's going to hold him in contempt, because she already at a public place discussing their business with a stranger, and she already saying that she's horny and she got sexual needs and stuff like that, saying this to me. And I'm like, you better go holler at your boy and talk to him. So leave in the comments what y'all think. Peace.